Hi, my name is Ted Batch, and I am here to show you how to wrap your most fragile and delicate items, your china and dishware. Many people can find this to be very intimidating, but that shouldn't be the case. First thing we're going to do is get our supplies set up. The most important thing you need to know, paper. Lots of paper. It's the single most important thing when you're wrapping your stuff. You might think supplies are expensive, but when you look at the cost of a sheet of paper versus your fragile dishware and china from grandma, use the paper. We've got a full layer of shock absorbing bumpers on the bottom. We can put all of our dishes inside. Now, it's important to talk about what kind of box we're using. You'll never see this in your home. This is a plexiglass box, a replica of what you would actually use, which is a double reinforced 5.2, one of these babies right here. It's a china barrel, movers refer to in the industry, china barrel. It's specially made to protect china and dishes. So we're going to start with this large bowl. Put that right in the center here. And with something like this, you're going to want to use at least 2 or 3 sheets of paper. First one you fold in, maybe on the corners there. The second one you can do likewise. Make sure you fill the center of the bowl just to be an extra shock absorber. And the third one, right around like that. Tuck the sides in and bring it right over and pack it right in the corner there. See how the bumpers are going one way, and you want to pack your plates or dishes the opposite way so nothing slips through the actual bumpers. And we're going to continue with the largest, heaviest items, another bowl. Same thing. 3 sheets of paper. And bada bing. And we'll just keep that up right along. Now, when you have something with a lid like this, it's a little trickier. Let's take the lid out without breaking it, hopefully. Now, often the lid is like this, concave or convex. What you want to do is you want to take it off, start with your first layer, then flip it upside down, and put it right in like that. Tuck it in tightly. Now, this will work great for the move. Where the trouble comes in is when you're actually unpacking. What I like to do when I'm unpacking is something like this. When someone's opening it up, they will not know there's a bowl in there. They'll open it right up and the lid will go flying out, and voila, you got a broken bowl. What I like to do to prevent that is I take my tape, I put a little layer around that so it is not going to explode, and then I take a marker, which you should have on you, always, and write 2 pieces right in there. That way, whenever anyone's unpacking it, like your helpful mother or whatever helpers you have there, they're not going to break your fragile stuff. Right in there. Alrighty, moving right along. We are going to go on to some plates. We're going to pack 3 or 4 in a package. Shouldn't go more than that, but more than one is good. You take your first plate and a sheet. Second plate, another sheet of paper. You can go about 4 is perfectly fine, or sometimes even 5, but we'll do 4 here. And fold up all the corners. And slip that right in. We've got a little extra room there, so let's do a couple more plates. We've got a little space in the corner there, so we're going to want to choose something that fits nicely in the corner. Now, this is a little bit of an odd shape. We've got a hollow space inside, so we're going to want to fill that first. Set it standing up. Take a sheet, tuck it right down in there as a shock absorber. Roll it the rest of the way up. Set it on its side, and roll another sheet around it, tucking in the corners. Turn it upside down and pop it right in that corner. You've got a little bit of spare room like we do in this box. You take an extra sheet and just tuck it down in there so nothing moves. Now we've got a layer that's completely level all the way across, and we're going to move on to our next level. We start with another layer of bumpers. Okay, now we're moving on to a little bit smaller items. We've got bowls, we've got sort of small serving dishes. Let's start with these. This is the middle tier. The middle tier is stuff that it's not quite as heavy, and you can maybe put a couple extra dishes in here. Instead of 4 or 5, maybe we might put 6. Let's see. Excellent.